All right, we have some rain to talk about for our Wednesday. The good news, though, our morning stays completely dry and, in fact, lots of sunshine likely as well. But a good idea just to pack the umbrella either in the back seat or in the kiddo's backpack first thing out the door tomorrow morning, due to the fact that as we head into the afternoon, we see the clouds building on in and rain percentages really starting to uptick after 3 p.m. I think it's really our Wednesday evening and into the early portion of our Wednesday night for our greatest chance of some rain showers in Michiana. Timing all this out, we use First Alert Weather Feature Track. A quiet night in store for Michiana. First thing out the door tomorrow morning, some mid to upper 70s. Lots of sunshine between 7, 8, 9 a.m. And then the closer we get towards the lunch hour, here we are paused at 1 p.m. We'll start to see the clouds starting to build in Michiana. 1 or 2 stray showers, but the bulk of any rain holds off until after 3 p.m. So those late afternoon commutes home, those outdoor evening practices will need to be altered at times due to these scattered showers moving on through. Can't rule out maybe 1 or 2 claps or 2 of thunder, but the bulk of this again as just some scattered downpours moving through Michiana throughout the second half of Wednesday evening into a portion of Wednesday night. And once that moves out, we get a wind off of Lake Michigan, very subtle Thursday morning, but enough where there could be an isolated lake effect sprinkle or very brief 5-minute shower for 1 or 2 communities first thing Thursday morning, and then everyone goes dry Thursday afternoon. But check out this high temperature at 4 p.m. Thursday. Low to mid 60s in Michiana. This is typical of a temperature that would be expected during the second week of October. So how much rain are we looking at for our Wednesday rain headed our way? Nice drink of water for most of us, with most between 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of rain, but I do expect most of us to lean more closer towards that 1/4 inch, with only a few of us getting close to near that the jackpot zone of a 1/2 inch of rain in Michiana. Now behind this, what will happen, our wind will start to increase for Wednesday, and then we'll also see additional wind coming into play for the end of the week into the first part of the weekend. And what this wind will do out of the west-northwest is really cool down our afternoon high temperatures. And we're not just talking one day into the 60s. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way through Sunday. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s and nighttime temperatures in the 40s. So some cool weather for many of you as we end out the first week of September and head towards the first weekend of the new month as well. Very gradually next week, we'll start to ramp up those temperatures back up into the mid to upper 70s, maybe a stray 80 towards the tail end of next week. And the one thing you'll also note on this 10-day, the lack of any decent rain chance behind Wednesday's cold front. Looking ahead to our 16-day outlook, and we look ahead to next weekend as the Irish are here at home in Notre Dame Stadium. And right now, the forecast is looking great. Temperatures in the 80s. And by that evening game next Saturday, we're likely looking at temperatures in the 70s and 60s.
Action Jackson is here. We're still talking about the Notre Dame and